Madam Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of the Congress, much to my surprise, here we are again for the third year in a row with this guy. But hell, what do I know? I'm just a guy who yells things. So without further ado, you know him, I hate him, here he is, to bumble his way through bull for the third and hopefully last time, the somehow still President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Tonight, as you saw, the president stood before a joint session of Congress to deliver the State of the Union, and the speech was exactly what you might expect from Donald Trump and a teleprompter. Not a great fit. It was a self-congratulatory speech. In the first 10 minutes, Trump used the word "I" more than all of LensCrafters does in a whole year. But in fairness to the president, why should we expect him to be able to deliver the State of the Union when he doesn't even know the state of Kansas City? All the liberal networks preempted their regular programming for this. Instead of a new episode of This Is Us, most Americans spent tonight going, "This is us?" Trump's theme for his speech was the Great American Comeback, also known as GAC. And Trump boasted about unemployment, about the stock market, which is a little like the captain of the Titanic going, "Yeah, but have you tried the shrimp?" One of the funnier interactions, or lack thereof, tonight was Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi standing side by side, not talking to each other for the whole time, which was kind of rude on his part because she tried really hard to make him president. And Pelosi and Pence, they looked like the divorced parents at their kid's graduation. So the president walks in, he comes in, he shakes a lot of white people's hands, and then when he gets to the podium, now he's supposed to hand copies of his speech to the vice president, which he does, and to the Speaker of the House. And she reaches out for a handshake, but that is not happening. First time he decides not to touch a woman, it's there. And as you can see, the First Lady is, whoa, not happy. Mike Pence stared. He was staring directly at the back of Trump's head. It was like he was just waiting for the right moment to jump on that leg and hump. There were a lot of great reactions to this speech. In this one, the president again tried to convince us that there really is such a thing as a space force.
Just weeks ago, for the first time since President Truman established the Air Force, more than 70 years earlier, we created a brand new branch of the United States Armed Forces. It's called the Space Force. Very important.
Look at those guys. They're like, just keep quiet, just keep staring straight ahead, maybe he'll forget about this. Trump promised he would always protect patients with pre-existing conditions, which is something I will definitely remind him of when he most certainly does exactly the opposite of that. It really is brazen how he just says things and then does the opposite of them. He also gave Rush Limbaugh the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Today is Rosa Parks Day, and this is a medal they gave Rosa Parks. Tonight, Rush Limbaugh got it. And then Trump turned his plan to cripple public schools into what was basically a game show.
But, you know, I have some good news for you, because I am pleased to inform you that your long wait is over. I can proudly announce tonight that an Opportunity Scholarship has become available. It's going to you, and you will soon be heading to the school of your choice.
Well, that's nice. Well, maybe Bob Barker should be president instead. And then he surprised an army wife by bringing her husband back from Afghanistan and reuniting them live on TV. It was like an Oprah's Favorite Things show, but without Oprah. This was fun, too. You could actually bet on what Trump would say in the speech. Now, these are real odds from a website. You could bet on whether he would say the words impeach, impeach, or impeachment. He did not. Another bet was, will Trump refer to Pelosi as Nervous Nancy or Crazy Nancy? He did not. He really was on his B-best tonight. But this is funny. This is a first, I think. You could bet on the number of lies he would tell, and the over-under for non-facts, as they called them, was 27.5. And to keep tabs on that, they actually hooked the president up to a polygraph.
Incomes are soaring. Poverty is plummeting. Crime is falling. Confidence is surging. Our borders are secure. Our families are flourishing. Our values are renewed. Our pride is restored. And for all of these reasons, I say to the people of our great country and to the members of Congress, the state of our union is stronger than ever before.
Wow, well, that's... Senator Bernie Sanders delivered the unofficial rebuttal to the State of the Union from New Hampshire. The official Democratic response was given by Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, but Bernie's was louder, so most people heard that. And for the second year in a row, the official Spanish language response to the State of the Union was delivered by this prominent senator.
Buenas tardes, mis compatriotas. Yo soy Guillermo. Ese fue un discurso terrible. Tenemos un presidente terrible. Me hace querer emborracharme. Así que me emborraché. Gracias y que Dios bendiga a los Estados Unidos de América. Y a México también. Hasta la vista, baby.
Well, very well done. Mucho bueno, amigo. It was a very long day for Democrats today. The Democrats somehow found a way to lose the Democratic Caucus in Iowa. Who could have ever imagined that having people shout out their votes in a middle school could ever produce an unclear result? But it did. It turned into a very late night, which is especially bad for Mayor Pete. He didn't get on stage until well past his curfew. Now, he's grounded for the New Hampshire primary. Part of the reason it took so long is because this is how they count the votes in Iowa. Poll is short for poultry, actually. Now, as far as I know, the Iowa Caucus is the only thing that happens all year in Iowa, and still they didn't get it right. No results were posted for more than 12 hours after the polls closed, in part because of issues with a new app they were using to tally votes. Why they used an app, I have no idea. I watch these caucuses. The average age of the participants is, probably in the mid-Bernie Sanders. These are not app. For these people, app isn't short for application. It's short for applesauce. So what did you expect was going to happen? The president, of course, was delighted by this. He weighed in today, tweeting, "It is not the fault of Iowa. It is the do-nothing Democrats' fault. As long as I am president, Iowa will stay where it is." Was there talk of moving Iowa? Because did Iowa decide to retire and move to Florida? Because I didn't know about it. This app was made by a company called Shadow Inc., which was founded by veterans of the Hillary Clinton campaign. Good idea. Get those guys again. They did a bang-up job the last time around. They wound out having to count the votes by hand. And finally, they released some results at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And with 62% of the precincts reporting, the winner of the Iowa Caucus is La La Land, actually. No, it would appear, based on the still not final numbers, that the winner of the caucus, it will be either Pete Buttigieg or Bernie Sanders. They were very close. Both lead characters from the movie Up won the Iowa Caucus tonight. They're still sorting through the votes, but even though they are still sorting through votes, we wanted to check in to see how it's going. And with us tonight, we are joined by Alamance County Caucus Coordinator Hal Pembroke, who is, hello, Hal. Hal, thank you for joining us. Hal? I guess we caught him on his break. Hal, it's Jimmy Kimmel. Hal. Oh, hi, Hal. Sorry to wake you.
Sorry, I guess I must have dozed off.
Yeah, it looks like you did doze off a little bit there, yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, all right, great. Well, wonderful. Where are you right now?
I'm in the field.
Okay. And that pile of paper in front of you, are those the ballots?
They sure as heck are.
Okay, so you're counting the votes in a field?
It's harvest season, Jimmy. All the indoors are filled with corn right now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, how is the count going?
Couldn't be better. I'd say A+.
Uh-huh.
4 stars, really going good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Who is winning your district right now?
That's a heck of a good question. Let's see. So far, it's Pete Booty Giggle.
And Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Yeah.
He has 1 vote.
Uh-huh.
And so far, everyone else has 0.
Wait, you've only counted 1 vote?
Well, how many votes have you counted, Bozo?
Oh, none. That's not my job.
Well, whoop-de-doo for you. You've got a job. You wear shoes.
Okay, well, listen, I don't want to turn this into a fight. Aren't you supposed to be using the new app to count the votes?
Well, I tried the app, but every time I punched in a vote, a car would come and pick me up.
A car would... Oh, I think you're using the wrong app. I think that's Uber that you're using.
Well, that explains how I wound up halfway to Des Moines.
No.
Hey, what the heck? Get a scoot. Give me that ballot back here. Do your job, Wesley. Come
Wesley.
Sleep on the job.
Hal, do you have any sense of how Bernie Sanders is doing?
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to count the Bernie votes.
Why not?
Conflict of interest. He's my grandpa.
Oh. Wow, how about that?
Some kind of nepotism deal.
I see.
Hey, listen, I'd love to sit here and shoot the breeze all day, but I got to finish this up before the storm blows in.
Oh, is there a storm coming? Oh,
Darn
wow.
right. They don't call this a tornado alley for nothing.
Okay.
Looks like she's going to be a big one.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us. I really...
Harper,
What?
are you Mr. Harper?
The hell?
Oh, Tornado, Wendy. I'm the Hoover guy.
Uber?
Yeah.
I didn't order one. But you know, what the hell? Why not? Let's go. I can park out here.
Okay.
So long.
You go with the
Good luck
Uber
with
driver,
this.
Hal. All right, thank you.
I'm on top of it.
That's Hal Pembroke in Iowa. Wow. All right. Sometimes we reach out and give acting jobs to the community. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.